Hello. Alright. It says I've only got 20 minutes of fucking recording time, and I just deleted a whole bunch of stuff. What do you mean? Sorry. Alright. So, anyway, carrying on from the previous video, where we ran out of time. This is bothering me. Just take my cubby thing down. Okay. Clarity. So, whilst I was cleaning my room yesterday, our housemate asked about getting the suitcases out because he needs to go through there to look for some of his books, I think. So I got the top one down and checked inside it, and that was my suitcase. And I gave him his suitcase, but I found this, which obviously is from last year, but I didn't use it at all, which is very annoying, right? So then I didn't know that I marked the page. I thought I was gonna have to find it. That's actually helpful AF. Okay. Anyway, so I was flipping through this and I noticed that there are some things about goddesses, and then I was like, okay, well, I want to learn more about deities and stuff, so then I will read one, I suppose. So then the one that I read, right, was Moon Goddess 10, Goddess of the Abyss, which is extremely fucking relevant. Because you know how, if you haven't been watching all the videos, then you probably don't know. But come on, man, catch up. There's been a lot of talk about the darkness and delving into my inner world, getting to know, I guess because there was the whole thing about exploring the, like, Amelie's quest in the inside world, where she was going to find the people that were trapped in the asylum and the prison and stuff. So I know that that's a thing that had happened, but I need to tune more into it, which is why I keep remembering that I need to write about it. Focus on the remembering, not the forgetting. I keep remembering that I have to write about it, yeah? So in doing that, I would learn more about the different characters in the inside and their backstories. So then I would learn more about the darkness, the things about myself previously years ago that I would have felt ashamed of and pushed down. They're not necessarily like bad things, but they would just be things that I learned from my environment and my family, whatever, that it's not safe to be that because other people react badly when I am that way, even though that's who I am, you know? So that's why there was a little boy in there. I was supposed to be learning about the little boy. True. I completely forgot about that. Alright. That's why these videos are helpful. Anyway, so gotta see with the... Oh yeah, also the fact that I've been talking about, like, I need to stop saying like, but I've been talking about the balancing of the darkness and the light and recognizing that they're both completely, they're both valid, they're both necessary. Things wouldn't exist without both. We need the contrast, we need, yeah. So then it's like, interesting. I've also been getting these things about, when they say, okay, so, oh, okay, when the church tells you, because the church knows, the truth of things. They know how to gain full power, they know that you need to have a balance of both the dark and the light, of the things that would be seen as like good and evil, right? Um, Although evil is literally just like, um, I was going to say evil is just a perspective of the person receiving the thing. But I mean, I don't know that. I don't know. Do evil people know that they're evil? Does I don't know. Do they actively think, oh, this is going to be a really fucked up thing that's going to fuck people up and going to be not good, and then they do it? Is that what they do? I don't know. I don't know. I but I do know that there are times where people are doing what they genuinely think is right, but they didn't have complete information, and then they end up making things worse. They end up being the bad guy in the view of the other person, because they're just doing things without knowing what's going on. And without, yeah, because if they don't have a good idea of who they are inside, and if they haven't gone through all of that work to do that inner stuff, they're not going to understand much. But anyway, so all of that, right? And then, so I opened to this one, right? Goddess of the Abyss. I'm going to read it to you. The Goddess of the Abyss takes you to the darkest and deepest place in the ocean. Or should I do it with my meditation voice? I don't know. Oh, my knees. Ow. Okay. Where giant sea creatures exist in the shadows, and little moonlight ever penetrates. This place feels scary, as you can't see what is lurking in the shadows, and you can't see in the dark. Uncertainty stirs within you as you realize that you are on a journey to reclaim your own depths and darkness. The Goddess of the Abyss sings that you are safe and held in a little spiral of moondust magic as you travel within. You have been denying parts of yourself, shoving them down with such force. You are filling your You are filling your life. Why did I say that? Helping others to avoid helping yourself. See, I would disagree, but also agree at the same time. Because I know that there are specific parts. Like I know about the asylum and the prison, and I know about the little boy, and I keep forgetting. Because I keep thinking, if I help people externally in the external world, then that will help me understand more. But I have so much information internally that I could be going off of, right? So I need to, anyway. You are scared to look in the depths of your eyes and find pieces of loneliness. I actually love looking in the mirror and looking into my eyes, because I noticed one time when I did that one eye, it felt like I had a completely different presence in it than the other eye, and I was like, that's fucking fascinating. And one of them felt like darkness. Okay. But I haven't done it in a really long time. I wonder, is that because I'm afraid to? This reckons so. Anyway. You fear your imperfections. You are resisting your uncomfortable emotions and pretending to be happy. See, I don't think I'm pretending to be happy, but I do know that there is, like, unhappiness. There is, like, stuff. Because, yeah, stuff comes up all the time, and I cry. I don't think I'm pretending to be happy, but I think that other people mostly see the happy. What you truly desire is to be whole. You are it all, the light and the dark, the yin and the yang, the most pleasure-filled and the most irritated, the greatest joy and the deepest sorrow, the seductress and the maiden, the harlot and the crone, the mother and the matriarch, the bravest and the weakest, the most intelligent and the most ignorant, the most anxious and at the most peace, the frazzled one and the calmest one. In traveling to your deepest abyss to reclaim it all as you, feeling it all, living it all as a vital part of who you are, you give yourself permission to become more fully and divinely magically you. You become whole. The goddess of the abyss's mantra is, I am learning to be whole and reclaim the parts of who I am. So, if you want to connect with that energy, her favorite sounds are black noise meditation music. I didn't even know that was a thing. Her favorite smells are Palo Santo, incense, myrrh, and frankincense. Her favorite colors are deep blues, and her favorite moon phase is the waning moon. But then later, I opened it, and it randomly opened to this one, Goddess of Ice, which I didn't read all the way, but I'm going to try and quickly read it, so I know I won't be doing it in my slow meditation voice. I'm going to just read it. Okay, so the Goddess of Ice creates a vast landscape covered in the purest white and lit up with moonlight. At a glance, this place seems empty and completely void of life. It is a place of silence and stillness. It is a place where you can let go and just be and find your place of inner peace, which reminds me of when I was making a video yesterday, and then I just suddenly felt this super calm energy around me, just peace, and then I just kind of sat and like soaked it in for a minute. The goddess of ice created this sacred place for you this month to allow you to pause. She whispers to you that you have been looking outside of yourself for answers. Your brain is full, your emotions are full, and everything feels like it's frozen into a state of busyness, overgiving, and overwhelm right now. But you're craving the most is calm in your life. This is her gift to you, a place to reflect on your journey to here. That's exactly what I said this morning that I have to do. That's cool. A place of tranquility, a place to feel all your emotions. This might cut out any second, by the way. A place to be vulnerable and real with yourself. A place to gently hold yourself as you let go, and a place of peace. You'll be guided by the goddess of ice to reconnect to the place inside of yourself that vibrates with silence, purity, and inner peace, the very essence of you. The goddess of ice's mantra is, it is safe for me to be in silence. I can be silent and listen to my own guidance. Which is exactly what I was aiming to do yesterday. And so I want to go on a little meditation journey in my head where I am traveling with both the goddess of the abyss and the goddess of ice. And we're doing beautiful magic together. Ha 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 ha. Dude, alright, to connect with this, alright, her favorite crystals are clear quartz, selenite, oh, I have some of that, blue lace agate, and lepidolite. And her favorite sounds are gentle and soft, such as instrumental soundtracks. She likes scents like ylang ylang, rose, jasmine, and patchouli. Her favorite colors are white and soft blue, and the favorite moon cycle is the dark nights of the waning moon. Would they both like the waning moon? I can utilize that information. Alright, anyway. So that was super relevant and cool, but again, out of time. I'm gonna have to sort out my fucking storage stuff. Yeah, I can do that fucking easy. Yeah, right, okay, cool. Cool beans. I love you. Wow. I looked at myself and then I said that. To myself. Good. You should do that more often. Yeah. Yeah, I said it to myself this morning for like the first time. Like I said, oh, I love you. And then I was like, I love you too. And then I was like, what? And then I did it again. And I was like, you've never said that to me before. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. like the two different individual alters. So now I feel like I have to build internal relationships, which was the whole plan as well. Also, yeah. Anyway, cool beans. I love you. I was talking to you that time, but I looked at myself again and I received it. I'm finally receiving love from myself and others. Oh my god, I'm doing it. Cool. All right, cool. Progress is progress.